They're mature, stylish, successful. And when they show up on screen, we forget all about our real-life crushes. Today's video is a celebration of those Korean drama men who have that irresistible sugar daddy energy we can't get enough of. Elegance, power, and that unique charm that only comes with age. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a comment because your support helps keep this drama-loving space alive and full of content we can obsess over together. 30. The Empire. The Empire is a full-course meal for anyone who loves a heavy, elegant drama packed with family secrets and power struggles. But the real highlight here, Han Hye-ryul, a Korean sugar daddy who radiates power and sophistication in every single scene. He's not just successful, he's the heir to a legal dynasty that turned the law into a weapon to keep total control. And the most fascinating part, he knows it. Han Hye-ryul is the kind of man who doesn't need to raise his voice to be feared or make promises to be desired. He's the gravitational force in a world where status, ambition, and reputation matter more than feelings. And yet, you can't help but be drawn to him. The drama dives deep into the tension between tradition and desire, between family duty and personal craving. And it's right in that inner conflict that Han Hye-ryul becomes even more captivating. Behind the flawless exterior is a man carrying the weight of an empire on his shoulders, while secretly longing for something more. Maybe freedom, maybe love, maybe just a moment of peace. The Empire delivers it all: power, scandal, moral dilemmas, and a leading man who perfectly embodies the mature, magnetic energy we're here to celebrate. It's the kind of drama that hooks you with the plot and wins you over. 29th, Trolley. Trolley moves with the slow precision of someone carrying too much. And it's exactly that rhythm that makes this drama hit so deep. At the center of the story is the protagonist's husband, a respected politician who, as secrets start to unravel, reveals layers of a man torn between his public image and private ghosts. He's the kind of mature man who doesn't give himself away easily. You watch him, question him, try to figure him out. And when he finally shows who he really is, you can't help but be impressed by the emotional complexity he carries. He's not a hero or a villain. He's human. And that's what makes him fascinating. His relationship with his wife is built on silences, glances, and unspoken truths. And in that space between what's said and what's hidden, the drama comes alive. This male lead shows how power can be both armor and a prison. He loves, but he makes mistakes. He protects, but he also conceals. That ambiguity is what makes him so powerful. Trolley is about loss, choices, and the painful exposure of everything we try to keep buried. 28th, Love Affairs in the Afternoon. Love Affairs in the Afternoon doesn't shy away from the gray areas of life, and that's exactly where it shines. In the midst of suffocating silences and soul-crushing routines, we meet Yoon Jung-woo, a biology teacher who brings color back into Son Ji-yoon's life with nothing but calm and presence. He doesn't show up with grand gestures or dramatic confessions. He's just there, attentive, gentle. And that's enough to make her heart and ours beat differently. Young-woo is the image of a mature man who doesn't need flash to be deeply captivating. His charm is in how he listens, how he sees Ji-eun even when she can't see herself. Their romance is quiet but intense. It's not about impulsive passion, it's about two broken adults who find a rare breath of peace in each other, and even though they know the risks, you can't help but root for them. Not out of fantasy, but out of empathy. Jung-woo is the emotional sugar daddy who doesn't offer luxury, but offers refuge. He's calm, grounded, and profoundly human. Love Affairs in the Afternoon isn't for those seeking fluff. It's for those who want to feel. 27. The Time We Were Not in Love. In The Time We Were Not in Love, love matures like fine wine, and no one embodies that charm better than Choi Won. Childhood friend of the female lead Hana, he's the kind of man who grew up quietly by your side, and somewhere along the way became irresistible. He's emotionally refined, steady, and has a calm charisma that only time can shape. The chemistry between them is so natural, you forget you're watching a drama. It feels like real life, and when the romance finally starts to bloom, it's impossible not to cheer them on like they're your own friends. What makes this story so special is how it treats time with tenderness. No rush, no drama, just two hearts who've known each other forever, slowly realizing love was always there, disguised as friendship. Choi Won is the classic mature man who doesn't need flash to win you over. He's gentle, dependable, and knows exactly what to say, or when to say nothing at all. A true emotional sugar daddy, if we can call him that. 26th, Bad Prosecutor. If you like fast-paced action, bold characters, and a little chaos with purpose, Bad Prosecutor will hook you from the first episode. Jin Jung isn't your typical clean-cut hero. He's the craziest prosecutor you'll ever meet, and that's a compliment. With a sense of justice that borders on reckless and fighting skills straight out of an action film, he solves cases with fists and fearlessness. And the best part? He does it all with a rebellious charm that turns every scene into a show. He's the kind of mature man who doesn't follow rules. He rewrites them with a punch. The drama has sharp dialogue, high energy, and a trio of leads who command every moment. Du Hwan, the elite prosecutor, is that dark side sugar daddy, elegant, powerful, and dangerously ambitious. Jin Young, on the other hand, is pure chaos, unpredictable and passionate. And in the middle of it all, A-Ra brings brains and balance to the mix. Bad Prosecutor is raw charisma, social commentary, and high-octane action. Yermi Beshinji Eve. Eve is a drama dripping with tension and elegance. At the heart of this meticulously planned revenge plot is Kang Yoon-kyum, a powerful CEO who, at first glance, seems like just another cold and calculating tycoon. But as the story unfolds, he reveals an unexpected emotional depth. Played with quiet intensity by Park Byung-eun, Yoon-kyum is the kind of mature man who carries the weight of the world but still dares to love, even when he knows it might destroy him. He's sophisticated, reserved, and magnetic. The type of character who leaves you wondering if he's an accomplice or just another victim of the system he helped build. His relationship with Lee Ra-el is filled with desire, guilt, and tragedy. It's not a soft love story. It's an emotional minefield where every step could be fatal. But you still fall for him. Yoon-kyum loves with a doomed intensity, like someone who knows he's sinking but can't stop. He's the kind of emotional sugar daddy who doesn't make promises, but gives everything, even if it means losing it all. Eve is about revenge, yes, but it's also about redemption, and Kang Yoon-kyum is its broken heart. 24th, Moneyflower. Moneyflower is a sleek, dark dive into a world where money rules and feelings are currency. At the center of this twisted game is Jang Hyuk, in one of the most hypnotic performances of his career. His character is the kind of mature man who doesn't need to raise his voice to command a room. He leads with a stare, a sharp mind, and a calmness that hides storms. He's not your typical hero, or a full villain either. He's a strategist, a survivor, an emotional sugar daddy with deep scars, and a charm that builds with every episode. This drama is like a high-stakes chess match. Alliances shift, villains show their humanity, and heroes lose their way. The plot is dense, but never slow. Every episode delivers a dose of tension, emotion, and jaw-dropping twists. And the best part? Even with 24 episodes, the story flows so intensely, you'll want to binge it in one go. Moneyflower isn't just about wealth. It's about what people are willing to do for it, and what they lose along the way. Irresistible V.I.P. V.I.P. starts off with a spark and quickly turns into an emotional wildfire. The main character seems to have the perfect life, a solid career, a stable marriage, a comfortable routine, until one anonymous message turns her world upside down. Enter Lee Sang-yoon, playing one of the most enigmatic and intriguing husbands in the K-drama universe. His character is the kind of mature man who hides more than he reveals, constantly leaving us wondering, is he the villain, the victim, or just deeply, painfully human? Set in the ultra-polished V.I.P. department of a high-end department store, where employees cater to the rich while their own lives unravel. This drama is packed with constant tension. The romance here is painful, full of silences, loaded stares, and things left unsaid. And that's exactly what makes it so addictive. Lee Sang-yoon delivers a subtle yet powerful performance, turning his character into a compelling mystery. V.I.P. is about betrayal, yes, but also about identity, choices, and the cost of keeping up appearances. 22. A Model Family. A Model Family is one of those shows you start thinking just one more episode, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're whispering, "What did I just watch?" The protagonist is a quiet, seemingly boring professor whose life takes a sharp turn when he accidentally gets involved with a drug cartel. And just like that, he transforms from a bland husband to a fearless drug mule with nerves of steel. He might not wear a perfectly tailored suit like a classic sugar daddy, but he's got that raw magnetism and intensity that keeps you breathless. What's great is that the series never gets repetitive. Every episode throws a new twist your way, and the cast delivers performances that hit hard. The protagonist will have you torn between yelling, "Run, man," and yes, go all in. It's adrenaline, family drama, moral dilemmas, and a dose of mature seduction you didn't expect, but totally fall for. A Model Family proves that even the most unlikely family man can become an unforgettable anti-hero. Dive in. 21. The Queen's House. The Queen's House is the kind of drama that hooks you with curiosity and keeps you glued with its emotional intensity. Han Sun-ju, the lead, is surrounded by luxury, status, and the illusion of perfection until everything crumbles thanks to a betrayal she unknowingly supported. What starts as a polished family drama quickly morphs into a psychological thriller full of secrets and power plays. At the heart of it is a mature, charming, and deeply enigmatic husband, the type of sugar daddy we love to hate. Refined on the outside, chilling on the inside. What's addictive is how the show mixes scandal, deception, and revenge without ever losing momentum. Every episode deepens the mystery, and you'll find yourself constantly asking, who's manipulating who, and why? The acting is razor sharp, the dialogue full of tension, and the confrontations downright gripping. The Queen's House shows us that behind a perfect facade, there's often a brutal emotional battlefield. 20. I'll Go to You When the Weather is Nice. I'll Go to You When the Weather is Nice is like a warm blanket on a cold day. No rush, no drama for drama's sake, just gentle storytelling that wraps around you. Aaron Seob, the owner of the quaint Goodnight bookstore, is the kind of mature man who wins you over with quiet strength. He doesn't need grand speeches to be charming. His simple life, kind gaze, and steady presence make him one of the most comforting male leads in K-dramas. Alongside Hai Won, a woman carrying deep emotional scars, he builds a love story made of care, patience, and silent understanding. This drama is a hidden gem for anyone craving depth and humanity. The storytelling is serene but meaningful, and the cinematography, absolutely stunning. Every scene looks like a hand-painted moment. Yes, it tackles heavy themes, but always with sensitivity and grace. The romance between Yoon Seob and Hae Won doesn't scream. It whispers, grows slowly, like forgiveness and trust. I'll Go to You When the Weather is Nice is a beautiful invitation to slow down and embrace the quiet, mature kind of love that blooms when the heart and the timing are finally right. 19. Forecasting Love and Weather. Forecasting Love and Weather blends romance, reflection, and a bit of poetic realism, all wrapped in weather metaphors that make you rethink your own cloudy days. But the real warmth of the story comes from the male lead, a true ray of sunshine in human form. At just 28, he doesn't show up as a naive boy, but as a grounded man with surprising maturity. He doesn't need to prove himself, he just is. And that, in itself, makes him utterly irresistible. While the female lead wrestles with past disappointments and social pressure, he steps in as a calm contrast, someone who's not afraid to love deeply, even knowing the path might be hard. He respects her pace, honors her boundaries, and most importantly, shows up. No grand declarations needed. His love is shown through quiet consistency, thoughtful gestures, and true presence. And that's why, even without the age, he fits right into our tribute to mature Korean men. Because real maturity isn't about numbers, it's about how you love. Forecasting Love and Weather is a romance that will warm your soul, and he's the reason you'll stay until the very end. 18. Melancholia. Melancholia delicately explores complex themes with rare sensitivity. What starts off in a high school math classroom soon evolves into something much deeper. A journey of redemption, justice, and most of all, love. At the center of it all is Baek Seung-yu, played brilliantly by Lee Do-hyun. When we first meet him, he's a quiet, almost invisible student. But over time, and with the support of his teacher, Yoon-soo, he blossoms. Fast forward 4 years, and Seung-yu returns as a brilliant, determined, and incredibly captivating man. No longer the timid boy, he carries his scars with quiet strength, and it's impossible not to be drawn to him. The reunion between Seung-yu and Yoon-soo is charged with tension, affection, and a connection that transcends time. Their romance is slow, understated, and all the more powerful for it. Now, a grown man, Seung-yu doesn't need grand gestures to show love. He protects, supports, and fights alongside her with the quiet intensity only true maturity can bring. Melancholia is about love, yes, but also about courage, integrity, and the beauty of being seen by someone when no one else believed in you. 17. Strangers Again. Strangers Again doesn't pretend to be a fairy tale. It's raw, real, and beautifully messy. It dives into divorce, unresolved feelings, lingering resentment, and most importantly, second chances. Gu Eun-beom, the ex-husband of the female lead, is a character who evolves deeply with each episode. At first, he seems emotionally drained, a man just trying to keep himself afloat. But as the layers peel back, we see his sensitivity, his introspection, and the emotional weight of someone who has truly loved and truly failed. Yoon-beom may be quiet, but his vulnerability makes him deeply magnetic. He's flawed, yes, but that's what makes him feel so real. His journey is one of accountability, of learning to communicate, and of facing the parts of himself he once ran from. The chemistry between him and Hara isn't explosive in a flashy way. It's a slow, burning, emotional tension built on past pain and unspoken love. Strangers Again is for those who've loved and lost, and who still believe that with honesty and growth, love can find its way back. 16. Romance is a Bonus Book. Romance is a Bonus Book is pure charm. Light, smart, and sweetly romantic, with a male lead who's the full package. Cha Eun-ho, played with graceful elegance, is the kind of mature man every love story deserves. Sure, he's young, but his emotional intelligence, calm presence, and the way he treats Kang Dan-yi with such genuine care put him firmly in the irresistible category. As the chief editor at a publishing house, he's a lover of books, a master of quiet looks, and the kind of man who doesn't need to shout to be unforgettable. His romance with Dan-yi is built on years of friendship and trust, and it unfolds with such tenderness that you'll be rooting for them long before they even realize what's happening. When the love finally blooms, it's magic. Yoon-ho is patient, respectful, and deeply in love, but he never forces anything. He understands her fears and past wounds, and he stands by her with a steady, open heart. Romance as a bonus book is about starting over, finding strength in vulnerability, and experiencing a love that grows slowly but blooms fully. 15. The K2. The K2 is pure adrenaline from start to finish. And at the center of this action-packed ride is Kim Jae-ha, a male lead who redefines what it means to be mature and dangerously attractive. Played with unforgettable intensity by Ji Chang-wook, Jae-ha is a former mercenary with a haunting past, deadly skills, and an unshakable moral compass. He's not just a bodyguard, he's a storm in human form. And despite being caught in a web of politics, corruption, and betrayal, he never loses his integrity. He's the kind of man who could guard your heart and take down a fortress for you. His relationship with Anna is quiet but full of tension. He protects her with a gentleness that contrasts beautifully with his fierceness in battle. But what truly makes Jae-ha unforgettable is his complexity. He's wounded, seeking justice, but still capable of loving, protecting, and sacrificing. Even when the plot falters, he holds it together with sheer presence and charisma. The K2 may be a roller coaster, but Jae-ha is your constant, powerful, loyal, and magnetic. 14. The World of the Married. The World of the Married is an emotional hurricane, and at the eye of that storm is Lee Tae. Oh, one of the most layered and provocative male characters in recent K-dramas. Brought to life with intensity by Park Hae-jun, Tae-yo appears to have it all. Charm, ambition, a beautiful family, and a devoted wife. But beneath the surface lies a fragile ego, corrosive pride, and a man who simply doesn't know how to handle failure. That contradiction is what makes him so compelling. He's not just a villain, he's painfully, maddeningly human. Even when he's wrong, which is often, Tae-yo commands the screen. He's the kind of man who knows how to weaponize silence, eye contact, and carefully chosen words. His relationship with Ji Sun-woo is a heartbreaking roller coaster, full of love, betrayal, rage, and moments of unbearable intimacy. The World of the Married isn't just about revenge. It's about the ashes of love, the ruins of trust, and the man who sets the spark. Tae-yo, in all his contradictions, is the perfect catalyst for a drama this explosive. 13. The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. The Smile Has Left Your Eyes pulls you in like mist, quiet, unsettling, and unforgettable. At the heart of this haunting love story is Kim Moo-young, a man who seems ordinary at first, but hides emotional depths that are anything but. Played by Seo In-guk in one of his most masterful performances, Moo-young is not your typical leading man. He's dark, mysterious, and carries a kind of wounded allure that makes you ache even as you fall for him. His romance with Jin Kang is anything but traditional. It's intense, painful, and layered with secrets. Every glance, every word between them is heavy with what's left unsaid. Moo-young loves with quiet urgency, like someone who knows time is never on his side. And that's what makes their connection so poignant. The Smile Has Left Your Eyes isn't about happily ever afters. It's about scars, choices, and the tragic beauty of loving someone against all odds. 12. Something in the Rain. Something in the Rain starts off like a sweet, unassuming romance, and quickly blossoms into something richer, deeper, and profoundly moving. At its center is Seo Joon-hee, once just the kid brother of the protagonist's best friend, now a man who's returned from abroad completely transformed. He's grown, grounded, and seriously swoon-worthy. He doesn't assert his maturity with big speeches. He shows it through actions, and that's how he wins hearts. Joon-hee is young, but the way he loves is deeply mature. He respects Jin-A's emotional journey, confronts societal disapproval with quiet strength, and remains true to himself even when the pressure mounts. He doesn't push, he stays. And in a world where so many give up easily, that is a powerful act of love. The chemistry between them is electric, but what really moves you is the way he sees her, with admiration, patience, and unwavering care. Something in the Rain is a love story that challenges expectations, and Joon-hee is the heartbeat of it. He proves that maturity isn't about age, it's about how you love. 11th, Dr. Cha. Dr. Cha is a K-drama that blends humor, emotion, and a powerful dose of self-discovery. After 2 decades devoted to her family, the main character decides to return to her medical career, only to find a world that has changed and a woman who's ready to change with it. And at the heart of her transformation stands her husband, a respected, well-known doctor and the classic mature man who, at first glance, seems to have everything under control. But beneath that polished exterior lies a man full of flaws, omissions, and a quiet arrogance that starts to crumble as Dr. Cha begins to bloom. He represents the comfort of stability, but also the burden of expectations and condescension. And that's exactly why his presence matters. He reflects who the protagonist used to be for years, and who she refuses to continue being. Dr. Cha isn't just about medicine, it's about healing. And her husband, with all his maturity and contradictions, is a crucial part of that journey. This drama is moving, inspiring, and a powerful reminder that sometimes real growth only begins when we finally see ourselves and the people beside us clearly. 10. One Spring Night. One Spring Night is a K-drama that whispers instead of shouts. And that quiet tone is exactly where its strength lies. The story flows with the softness of a spring breeze, but carries the emotional weight of real decisions and feelings that don't fit into neat little boxes. Yuji Ho, the male lead, lives on the margins of noise. A single father, a pharmacist, someone who's faced judgment and chosen to live with quiet dignity. He doesn't rely on big speeches or grand gestures. His charm is in his calm, his deep listening, and his ability to be present without overwhelming. He's not trying to be perfect, and that's what makes him unforgettable. The romance between Ji-ho and Jong-in unfolds like a well-written novel. Each page reveals something new, with patience and depth. Their chemistry is tangible but never forced, made up of lingering glances, meaningful silences, and an honesty that challenges convention. Ji-ho isn't a traditional hero, but he's the kind of man who makes the ordinary feel extraordinary. One Spring Night is for those who enjoy slow-burning, emotionally mature stories that grow over time. 9. It's Okay, That's Love. It's Okay. That's Love dares to go beyond the usual romance, diving deep into the human psyche, hidden pain, and the emotional scars that shape us. At its center is Jang Jae-yeol, a successful novelist with sharp charm and a restless mind. He seems like he has it all: fame, wit, charisma, but beneath it lies a raw vulnerability. Jae-yeol is intense, provocative, and deeply fractured, and that mix of brilliance and brokenness makes him magnetic. He's not just a romantic lead, he's a raw, real portrayal of a man trying to survive himself. His relationship with Hae-soo is built on rare emotional honesty. They challenge and confront each other, but also create space for healing in a way only people who face their own darkness can. Jaehyul loves bravely even when his mind betrays him, making every gesture even more meaningful. He's the kind of mature man unafraid to open up emotionally, ask for help, and rebuild. It's okay. That's Love is more than just a drama. It's a love letter to mental health, empathy, and the healing power of connection. 8. Behind Your Touch. If you're looking for a drama that mixes absurd comedy, intriguing mystery, and offbeat romance, Behind Your Touch is your ticket to Mujin, a small town where even crime comes with a sense of humor. Right in the middle of the rural chaos is Moon Sang-yeol, a grumpy, hot-headed detective with a heart he tries to hide. Demoted from Seoul to the countryside, he arrives frustrated and bitter, but soon finds himself stuck, literally, to Bong Ye-bun, a quirky veterinarian with the most bizarre power in K-drama history. She can see people's pasts by touching their butts. Yes, really. And Moon Jang-yeol, with all his gruffness, is the perfect and hilarious partner for her very hands-on ability. His charm lies in contrast. He's tough, impatient, always frowning, but gradually reveals himself to be fiercely loyal, protective, and surprisingly soft-hearted. He's the kind of mature man who doesn't know how to express feelings. But once he cares, he's all in, even if he grumbles the whole way. His chemistry with Ye-bun is both funny and unexpectedly sweet. Watching him open up, episode by episode, is pure joy. Behind Your Touch is a crime comedy with a soul. And Moon Jang-yeol is the kind of lead who starts out as a grump and ends up a full-blown crush. 7. Love to Hate You. If there's one K-drama that delivers charm, laughs, and a touch of romantic chaos, it's Love to Hate You. In the middle of this emotional tug-of-war stands Nam Kang-ho, a beloved on-screen heartthrob who, deep down, is a man full of scars, distrust, and emotional walls. He seems untouchable, handsome, famous, polite, but emotionally guarded. Then comes Yo Mi-ran with her razor-sharp tongue and zero tolerance for fragile male egos, and his carefully constructed armor begins to crack. Kang-ho slowly breaks down in the best way possible. He's a mature man who, despite his fame and status, learns how to share space, be vulnerable, laugh at himself, and fall for a woman who turns his whole idea of love upside down. Their chemistry is electric, but what really stands out is the growing mutual respect between them. Love to Hate You may be a short series, but its impact is massive. Nam Kang-ho starts out as a cliché and ends as one of the most charismatic and real male leads you'll find. 6. Flower of Evil. If you're into dramas that blend suspense, romance, and a lead character whose equal parts mystery and heartthrob, Flower of Evil will have you hooked from the first scene. Baek Hee-sung seems like a dream man, devoted husband, caring father, skilled handyman, and a gaze that melts your defenses. But beneath that perfect exterior lies a buried past, a fake identity, and a dangerous secret threatening to unravel everything. Lee Joon-gi gives a breathtaking performance, seamlessly switching between sweetness and tension, keeping you glued to the screen. The relationship between Hee-sung and Ji-won is the soul of the story. It's not a fairy tale romance, but a deep, layered love shaped by years of trust, and later, betrayal. Their chemistry is intense and raw, and only deepens as secrets come to light. Flower of Evil doesn't just deliver an addictive plot. It gives us a complex, elegant, and layered male lead who redefines the mature man in K-dramas. 5. Call It Love. Some dramas warm your heart, others make you laugh. And then there's Call It Love, which enters like a whisper and hits you like a quiet storm. Dong-jin, the male lead, is the emotional sugar daddy we're here to celebrate. Mature, introspective, and incredibly kind. He doesn't win hearts with flashy words. He captures you with meaningful silences and small, thoughtful gestures. His relationship with Wooju begins with tension, almost like an emotional duel, but slowly transforms into something delicate and profoundly moving. What makes Dongjin irresistible is his vulnerability. He carries the weight of loneliness with quiet dignity, loves with care, and even while wounded, offers shelter. His chemistry with Wooju is subtle but powerful, built on lingering glances, restrained conversations, and a bond that goes beyond the surface. Call It Love is a slow burn drama for those who appreciate stories that take their time and explore love and pain with equal depth. It's a hidden gem that proves the most beautiful kind of love often blooms where you least expect it, and that the standout man is the one who knows how to love silently. Quarto Vincenzo. You can't talk about mature, stylish, and dangerously irresistible K-drama men without Vincenzo, one of the most iconic and beloved titles in Korean drama history. Vincenzo Casano is the total package, refined, strategic, and oozing that dangerous charm that hypnotizes everyone in his path. A former consigliere for the Italian mafia, he returns to Korea to settle a personal matter and ends up in a full-blown war against a corrupt corporation, all while keeping his cool, serving justice in his own way, and looking devilishly good in a perfectly tailored suit. Alongside the brilliant and unpredictable Hong Cha-young, Vincenzo delivers one of the sharpest, most entertaining duos in K-dramas. Their chemistry is built on wit, sarcasm, and delicious tension that only gets better with time. Their romance isn't typical. It's mature, nuanced, and all the more captivating because of it. Vincenzo is a masterful blend of action, comedy, social commentary, and grown-up charm. It's a must-watch for anyone craving a lead who can command a room with one look and prove that when it comes to K-dramas, maturity is pure magnetism. 3. The Devil Judge. Next up is one we had to include, The Devil Judge. Kang Yo-han is the ultimate mature man who owns every room he walks into, commanding with intelligence, mystery, and just the right amount of danger. He's not just a judge. He's the face of a live broadcast courtroom where justice is theatrical, every verdict is a spectacle, and every glance he gives is a quiet threat. Played brilliantly by Ji-sung, Yo-han is the kind of character who keeps you guessing. Is he a hero or a villain? A savior or a master manipulator? That ambiguity is exactly what makes him so magnetic. He doesn't ask for permission, he demands attention, respect, and just a little fear. This drama is perfect for anyone who loves morally great characters, jaw-dropping twists, and a visually stunning production. The tension between Yo-han and the young judge Kim Ga-on is electric, filled with emotional complexity and layers that go way deeper than surface-level drama. And let's not forget the fierce antagonist Young-soon-ah, who matches Yo-han in every mind game, making their clashes unforgettable. The Devil Judge masterfully blends dystopia, social commentary, and mature charisma. It's the perfect choice if you're craving a powerful, enigmatic man who completely redefines what it means to be a Korean daddy. 두배연재, My Mister. My Mister is one of those dramas that had to make the list. Park Dong-hoon is the embodiment of a mature man carrying the weight of the world. Quiet, exhausted, deeply kind, and unshakably honorable. He may not have the glitz of a CEO or the smooth swagger of a classic heartthrob, but what he does have is far more rare, raw, authentic humanity that slowly breaks you down in the best way. Lee Sun-kyun delivers a breathtaking performance, turning Dong-hoon into a man you want to hug, protect, and admire for his quiet strength. He's emotionally present, steady, and gentle, the kind of strong man we don't see often enough. The connection between Dong-hoon and Ji-yeon is one of the most beautiful, heartbreaking bonds in all of K-drama land. It's not quite romance, not quite friendship, it's something soul-deep. Two weary people who see themselves in each other, healing not through grand gestures, but through presence, silence, and understanding. My Mister is about pain, dignity, and the quiet beauty of pushing forward even when life knocks you down. It's an emotionally rich drama with a lead who proves that maturity, empathy, and quiet strength are the ultimate forms of seduction. 1. The Good Bad Mother. And at the top of our list, with every ounce of emotion and admiration, is The Good Bad Mother. This drama is an emotional roller coaster that begins with a tragedy and transforms into a heartwarming journey of healing, reconnection, and unconditional love. Kang-ho, once a cold, ambitious prosecutor, loses everything in an instant and regresses to the mind of a child. In that vulnerability, he reconnects with his strict but fiercely loving mother. What starts as a rehabilitation story becomes one of the most powerful and tender portrayals of motherhood, forgiveness, and second chances. But Kang-ho is more than just a tragic figure. He's a lead who steals your heart. He's sweet, funny, and slowly reveals the many layers of a man who, even when broken, knows how to love, protect, and move you to tears. And yes, he definitely earns his place on this list of mature and irresistible men, because real charm isn't just about looks. It's about how someone cares, endures, and grows. The Good Bad Mother will make you laugh, cry, and reflect on what really matters. It earns the #1 spot because it hits deep and leaves a mark you'll carry for a long time. So tell me, which of these stylish, mature, and totally irresistible men stole your heart? Or is there a Korean sugar daddy you think deserves a spot on this list? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow K-drama lovers who appreciate an oppa with presence, depth, and age-earned charm. Thanks for watching, and may we never run out of dramas filled with men who know exactly how to win us over.